Now Earth's shape. What is the shape of Earth? Earth's shape. Earth's shape. What is the shape of our planet Earth? Have you ever wondered about it? Have you ever think about that? About the shape of the Earth? Have you ever thought? Maybe it is round like a ball. Ball shape is round. So maybe it is round, or is it a square? Let's read to know it. Yes, early people had believed that Earth was flat at its edges. So early people, those who were living here earlier days, they thought that Earth was flat at the edge. At the end it is flat. Like that people thought. Due to this, people feared falling down from its edges. So people was very feared to go near the edge of the Earth. They thought they fall down because they were thinking that at the edge it is flat. So they did not go near the edges and remained away from them. So they remained away from the edges of the Earth because they thought if they go near the edge of the Earth, they may fall. There were some people like Aristotle and Copernicus. They went against this belief. They didn't believe that Earth is flat at the edges. They didn't believe this. They believed that Earth was round in shape. Yes, they believed Earth was round in shape and it does not have any edges. So Aristotle and Copernicus. They are scientists. So they believed that Earth is not flat at the edges. It's round shape. Copernicus, yes. Also, they believe that Earth was round in shape and it does not have any edges. Like people used to believe that Earth has edges and it is flat over there. Like that, these two people didn't believe that. To prove this fact, in 1519, what happened? A Portuguese sailor called Ferdinand Magellan. Yes, he was a Portuguese sailor, Ferdinand Magellan. What he has done, you know? Yes, in 1519, Ferdinand Magellan and his companions, companions went on a voyage. They went on a long journey in sea. Voyage means long journey, especially in sea. So they went for a voyage. So Magellan and his friends, companion, in 1519, they went on a voyage. Ferdinand and his companions set to sail from Spain. They started the journey from Spain towards the west direction. They all reached back at the same place from where they had started after 3 years. So they started the journey in the year 1519 from Spain towards west. Towards west direction they started their journey. Yes, from Spain. What happened after 3 years? After 3 years they came back to the same place again. They came back to the same place. They reached back at the same place from where they had started after 3 years. This proved that the earth was round like a ball and it has no edges. So what people in earlier days, what they believed, it was wrong. To prove that, Magellan and his companions traveled from Spain. After 3 years they came back to reach back to the same place where they started. That means earth is round in shape, it has no edges. It has no edges, it's round in shape because from where they started, after 3 years they came back to the same place. Means earth is round like a ball. Yes, so who proved that? Ferdinand Magellan proved in 1599. He and his companions started a long voyage, a long journey in sea, and they started from Spain. After 3 years they reached back to the same place, which proves that Earth is round. Earth was round, yes. Do you know the Earth is not perfectly round, rather it is an oblate spheroid. Yes, oblate spheroid means the Earth is not perfectly round shape. We cannot say that Earth is completely round, a perfect round shape, a perfect sphere. We cannot say that. It's not perfect as sphere, it is not perfect as a round shape also. That's why it is called as oblate spheroid. It is flattened at the poles and bulged at the center, we say. You can see the image here. Okay, this is the actual shape which is called oblate spheroid. Middle part you can see it bulged out like this, and at the poles it is flat like this at the poles. So this is a shape actually, not exactly perfectly round or perfectly sphere shape, we cannot say. It is oblate spheroid. In the image you can see the same shape. In the middle some bulge like this, that shape you can see. Bulge at the center part and at the poles some flat kind of. So this is the actual shape of the Earth. Yes. When you stand at the top of a very high building, you will see that the sky is above you. If you stand in the top of a building, very top of a high building, the building which has many floors, and if you stand top, the terrace of that building, the building which has very many high floors of multi-storied building, if you stand the top, you will see sky is above you and the land is below you. Sky is above, land is below. As you look very far from that building, top of the building, if you look so far, you will notice that the sky and land or sky and land or sea, sky and sea or sky and land seems to meet at a point. When we look far, we can see the sky and the land or sky and the sea. They meet, they seems to meet. Actually they are not meeting, but they seems to meet like that. We can see, okay, the point where the sky and the land or sea appear to meet, it's known as the horizon. It is called the horizon, 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 the point where the sky and the land or sky and the sea happens to meet or appears to meet. Actually they are not meeting, it appears like that. When we look, when we go and stand at the top of a building and when we look so far, we can see the sky and the sea appears to meet. That point, it is the point where they appear to meet. It is called horizon, Horizon. Have you ever been to a beach? Have you ever been to a beach? Children, along with your parents or your cousins, have you ever gone to a beach? When you stand at the bank of the sea, means near on the seashore, near the sea, if you are standing, what happens, you will observe that the land and the sea appear to meet each other. Land and sea, they meet. That point is known as coast, coastal area, where people live here in coastal areas where there is sea, near the seashore. We can see many people live in these areas, coastal area we say. Yes, so if you are gone to a beach, you can see when you stand near the shore, seashore, you can see the land and sea meeting. That meeting point is coast. We can say coastal area we say, or coast it is. C-O-A-S-T, coast, where land and sea meet. It is coast we say. Yes. so that you can see the image also, horizon image you can see. If you stand at the top of a building, you try this along with your parents, elder members. Once you go to the top of a building and you look so far, you can see, you can experience this sky and this sky and the sea appears to meet. Here image you can see the sky and the sea appears to meet. It is horizon actually. If you go to a beach, then if you stand near the seashore, bank of the sea, there you can see the land and the sea meeting. That image also you can see here. Yes, that is actually coast. C-O-A-S-T, coast. Yes, so what is the shape of the earth, children? Yes, it is not exactly round or perfect round, or it is not exactly a sphere shape or spherical shape. It is an oblate spheroid. Yes, so people in earlier days, people used to believe that earth has edges and it is flat over there. So if we go near the edges, we fall down. That there was a belief like that. So people stay away from the edges of the earth. They never try to go there. But Aristotle and Copernicus, the great scientists, these two are great scientists, Aristotle and Copernicus, they never believed this. They believed that earth was round. So to prove this, Ferdinand Magellan in 1519, he and his companions, he and his friends, they started the journey, a long journey by sea, a voyage, journey by sea, a long journey. They started from Spain. Spain is a country, isn't it? Yes, they started from the country Spain and towards a direction, west direction they went. And after 3 years, what happened? They came back, or they reached the same place where they started. That means it proved that earth was round. Yes, but actually the earth is not perfectly round. It is an oblate spheroid. The shape of the earth, it is bulged at the center and flattened at the poles, we say. And we learned about horizon and coast. The point, the meeting point, or the point where the sky and the sea appears to meet, it is called horizon, and coast is a point where the land and the sea meets. It's coast. Yes. Children, so next is about our earth only. Yes. You know what is there in my hand? This is called, yes, this is called a globe. G-L-O-B-E, globe. What is a globe, you know? It is a model of earth, we say. Model of earth. Globe is a model of earth. So this is the model of earth. It depicts earth, it shows or it enables us to understand how the earth look like. Earth look like this. Okay? Yes. So here we have to spin it to see all parts of the earth. We have to spin like this. Then we can see all the parts of the earth. All the countries are marked here. Okay? Yes. Where is our country, India? In the globe, you can see our country, India. Where is India map here? Here. Yes. This is India, where we live. We live in our country, India. Yes. This is India map. Yes. So if we want to see other countries, you have to spin. Russia, China. So like that, many countries are there. So we have to spin like this to see all the countries and all the parts of the earth. So this is a model of earth. It enables us to understand how the earth looks like. So earth looks like this. It is like a ball, we learned, like a round shape. Yes, this is round in shape, right? Yes. So it makes us to understand about the earth more clear than a map. Map is drawing earth on a flat paper. That is map. Drawing earth on a flat paper, or drawing a large area on a sheet of paper. It is map. So we cannot draw a larger area inside in a flat paper, isn't it? Yes. So that's why this globe helps us to understand more about the earth. It looks like earth only, isn't it? If we spin this, we can see all the parts of the earth. But the problem is that we cannot carry this globe because it is a big one, a huge one. There is no small globe. In small globe, it is difficult to see all the parts. So globe size is little more, a big size. So we cannot carry it wherever we go. But map, we can fold it and we can take to anywhere. That is the disadvantage here. To understand better about the earth, globe is useful, but to carry somewhere, to carry and go, it is difficult. So we used to take map. We draw the earth on a flat sheet of paper. That is map actually. So we can carry it over long distances wherever we go. So this is a model of earth. It enables us to understand how the earth looks like. Earth looks like a ball, round in shape. So globe is round in shape, and here if we spin it, we can see the different parts of the earth here. All the rivers, oceans, seas, everything are marked. The whole earth are marked here. Okay? Yes. Globe. A globe is a model of the earth. The earth is so large and that we cannot see all of it at once. At once, we cannot see everything at a time. This model of earth helps us to see that what the whole earth looks like. This model of earth, this globe it helps us to understand about the whole earth, how it looks. A globe is a better model of the earth than a flat map. It's a better model. Globe is a better model of earth. This is because the earth is a sphere, means like a ball. Earth is a sphere like a ball. So a globe is more like the earth than a flat piece of paper. Globe is more like the earth because it is like a ball itself, right? Yes. So, though globes are helpful, they have some disadvantages. Globes are helpful. It helps us to understand the model of earth. It helps us to understand all parts of the earth. But it has some disadvantages. We have to spin it to look at another part. If we spin, then only we can see all the parts. If we see globe like this, we cannot see all the parts. We have to spin it. A small globe cannot show all the places clearly. If the globe size is small, it is difficult to show all the places clearly. The globe is also a huge ball. Globe itself, you have seen now, it is a huge ball. Size is big. That is difficult to carry from one place to another. Yes, we cannot carry it from one place to another always. To solve these problems, we use maps. So, because we cannot carry the huge ball or the globe to one place to another, we use maps. Actually, globe is better useful for us to understand about the earth. We can spin and see all the parts of the earth, but it is difficult to carry. That's why we use map. Yes, so globe is a model of earth. It depicts the earth. It shows the earth, or it enables us to understand how the earth looked like. Maps. What is a map? Maps are the drawings of the earth or a part of it on a flat paper. On a flat paper, if we draw a part of earth or the whole earth, it is a map. The maps are easy to carry from one place to another. Yes, it is a flat of paper. It is a flat paper only, right? A piece of paper. On a flat paper, we draw earth, a model, isn't it? A part of it, or the drawings of earth on a flat paper. So it is a flat paper, so it is easy to carry. They can be large as well as small. There are small maps, there are large maps. No problem, doesn't matter, we can carry it easily. Large maps are hung on the walls. We can hang the map on the walls. Small maps can be easily folded and carried in our hands or pockets. Small map, we can fold it, we can carry in the pocket or in our hand. A book that contains many maps is known as atlas. Do you know? Yes, a book of many maps. It is called atlas, collection of maps. Many maps we can see in this book. That book is called atlas, A-T-L-A-S. So here you can see the image of a map. Yes, where different countries are shown. The world map. Okay, yes.